Okay, what's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. And today's video of a 1.5 million coin squad builder. We got a mix of a team here with the Ronaldos, the Yedders, the Neymars, the Tomiyasus, and of course we got 100 chemistry. I'm going to explain how you get 100 chemistry. I'm going to explain to you how also you get the positions in the game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this team and give you some alternate options if your budget can't reach it, because it might be just a tad bit over budget. So for chemistry purposes, we're going to go with the 4-3-3 second variation. That is the one with the CDMs. Now, this one actually. We're actually going to go with this one actually. Just change. Actually, no, we can change this up for chemistry. Actually, hang on. We can change it up. Okay, so let's go with a third variation. So the first card I wanted to get is Ben Yedder. Now, the informed Ben Yedder does cost a lot more cheaper. You can get it because the new player of the month. Potential player of the month Ben Yedder that's coming out. That means his signature card is actually drops. I actually paid a lot of money for him, but that means now you can get this card, which I paid for $450. I believe I'm not mistaken. He's very cheap, only around about $285. So I basically lost half the money just on one card alone. But you can get the informed variation for only 58k. So absolute cheap as chips, as they would say. A top tier card. And on that note, Neymar, because the SBC came out now, obviously gold Neymar is in total better, I would say, just because Neymar's got that 5-star weak foot. But they are both good. If you're looking for more of a winger, you may prefer the other Neymar. Neymar now has dropped so cheaply now, he's 150k. This is the cheapest card you can get and one of the best cards in the game for 150k. I've never seen that in FIFA at this stage early in the game. And I also wanted to get the Ronaldos in now. Ronaldo is a card that I always like to play with. This year I have him on one of my alternate accounts and he stays there and I really haven't moved him across. I still think he's a very good card. Even with an engine, I think he's a formidable card in terms of finishing. But I think you can put a hunter on him just to get that finishing even better, but then he does lack the balance. The idea in this team is you can play Yedder and Ronaldo together. Yedder's the more maneuverability, Ronaldo's more of the tankish player with a hunter, and that's the way we're going to play them. And then I wanted to get one of the new cards in. I think it's Caqueret. I think that's how you say his name. Apologies if I said it wrong. Now, generally speaking, in League One, there was never really a good centre mid pairing. You had the Fofanas, but then when Guendouzi and stuff came out, the problem was they were too pricey. But now with this card, he's actually like, think of him like a Kante, right? 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, high. Now what I'll do is I'll put a shadow on him. He's already got the good sprint speed and acceleration. Put a shadow on him, may get 92 sprint speed. Now the benefit of him is that he's got very good short passing and long passing. Now, when you combine that with his top tier GL team balance, he becomes a perfect box to box and a holding CDM. I think he's perfect as a box, but he does lack the shooting up front. So what I'll say is this is more of the, okay, I need a guy to stay back while attacking. So think of this card as the Kante in the French league. Stats are formidable. I can't imagine why no one want to play him, and he can play both. And to link him together, what we've done is we've gone with Guendouzi. Now, Guendouzi is a good box to box. Now, the benefit of this combination, should I say, is that Guendouzi's high work rates as well. So in fact, if you want to, in theory, you can leave both of these guys unbalanced, or you can leave, for example, Guendouzi unbalanced and leave the Caqueret guy on sitting on stay back while attacking. And because one has 4-star, both of them have 4-star weak foot, but one has better shooting, that is Guendouzi. Guendouzi would be the player going forward. Now, I would still recommend a shadow on Guendouzi just because he hasn't got the best of defensive stats. But what you can do is you can put a hunter on him. And you put a hunter on him, he gets to attack his stats. But to be honest, he's already got the shot power. All you realistically need is a long shot. So you can consider hunter, but I would still consider shadow with him. With Neymar, I'll do a hunter, Yedder hunter, and so I'll do Ronaldo. And now for the back line. So I wanted to get people into this team like Tomiyasu. Now, Tomiyasu has two fantastic cards, okay? Two fantastic cards. I'm actually a big fan of him in real life. Now, Tomiyasu, the centre-back card and the right-back card, they're both very good. The benefit of the centre-back card over the right-back card is he lacks the pace. But if you want a natural centre-back that's got a good agility and balance, he's the best you can get. I think he's probably one of the most underrated centre-backs in the game. I think solely just because people just forgot about him. He's so cheap, but because he's high work rates, perfect. 5-star weak foot, perfect. 6'2", perfect. He might be one of the few cards that I would change to as a centre back, because he has everything you want. Agility and balance, I wish they were a bit higher. On the left back and right back version, so the right back should I say, the agility and balance is perfect. In fact, I would consider that centre back territory with the right back variation, because he's got better agility balance. Not by much, but the pace is definitely there. But I think this card is fantastic. You put a shadow on him, I think it's a fantastic card. And he's got the passing as well, physicality and defending. So this is the first time I've actually got a defender that's got those stats. And this is the first time you're not going to see fullbacks, because we've got another defender that is equally as good, and that's Tuanzebe. I'm sure all of you guys know him now. He's much cheaper now. If it was up to me, I wish he had a bit better ballast agility, but he's still an absolute tank. He's got good passing, good defending, and physical. You can put a shadow in for 200k. I think it's fantastic. Medium-high work rates. Again, the higher defensive work rate is really coming in clutch. Trust me, if you can't defend with these two guys, it's not the game's fault, it's your fault. Because these guys are the combination of everything you want. The reason we went to fullbacks in the first place, because we couldn't afford a cheap or an affordable centre-back that's got good work rates or high defensive work rates, or good agility and balance and good defending and good pace. These two players have the work rates, they have the pace, they have the agility, balance, and they have the physical, and they're defending, and they have the passing. There's no excuse. If you can't defend with these two guys, it is definitely your fault. Now we go over to the goalkeeper. Now, I'll be honest, player of the month, De Gea is kind of the way that I would go. You can go with Mendy if you want over here, but we have gone with player of the month. De Gea, I think he's probably one of the best goalkeepers in the game. I've always been a fan of De Gea. I've got gold De Gea in my team, but I think the player of the month is really something special, because the positioning is so important. For both centre backs, I put a shadow on them. For De Gea, I put a glove on him. Now, to get the piece of glue, the problem is we're going to play Guendouzi on 8. We can get someone else here if we really wanted to, but we got ahead of Tierney. Potentially one of the best left backs in the game. I've got these cards. I don't know why I'm doing them like this, because I've got them anyway in my team. Tierney, I think, is one of the better cards in the game. I think one of the best left backs, simply because he has everything that you really want. He's got the pace, the dribbling, the defending, the physicality, and he's got the passing. I bought him for 61k. He's very much cheaper now. High work rates, can play as a left mid as well. Perfect card, can play as a centre back. One of the best centre backs also in the game. A fantastic card, definitely one that I'd say fit into your team. I think is a formidable card. If you want to save some money, you can go with that new right back, that SBC. But just to save money here, we're going to put Walker here. But if you want to, you can go ahead and put Semedo. I think putting Semedo here will be the perfect option, because then you can get Ronaldo on a chemistry. So one way you can do is you can put gold Semedo, gold Walker, or you could put this Walker. I put this one here. I still think he's one of the best players in the game, one of the best right backs in the game. Hasn't really got the attacker stats, that's why you might prefer the Semedos. Now, Ronaldo goes there. Now, to get this together, we've gone with Jota. This Jota card has been a formidable card. It was kind of like the Heung-min Son. But it was like, okay, you know what, Heung-min Son was always a bit clunky-ish. You needed someone who wasn't clunky. Jota fits that bill perfectly. I think with a hunter, because he's got the pace upgrade anyway, a hunter or a finisher, because he's on 7 chemistry, just put a hunter on him and he gets the job done. He's already got that agility and balance. I think that is basically the team. I think it's a fantastic team, to be honest, that you can get for 1.5 million coins. You basically don't compromise anywhere. This is the first team I can genuinely say for a budget of 1.5 million where we haven't got like a centre mid that's a bit iffy, or a winger that's a bit slow, or a left back and right back, or a centre back that's, full back. It's one of the teams where legit is complete. Everything you have, you got someone that's strong and tall, you got someone that's short, very agile on the ball. You got one guy that can sit back and do everything, step out while attacking. You got one guy that can go forward, can attack, can play balance. You got two wingers that are on the two of the best wingers in the game with top tier agility, balance, and that can shoot and at the pace. And the back line speaks for itself, and so does the defense line. It's one of the few times you'll ever see this on my channel, just because of the prices. That is how it is for chemistry purposes. It's about 1.4, let's just say average between them both. And as you see, everyone's on chemistry. Only people that lack is the Guendouzi on 8, because of the 2 links there, and Jota on 7. And that's the way that we've done it. So how does it look for in-game for terms of chemistry purposes? So 4-4-2, I think this is where the formation will excel, because you've got 2 centre mids that are perfectly paced as well. And I think Neymar and Jota and the wings would be perfect. Either one, because they're 5-star. Basically, everyone's got 5-star weak foot. Basically, Ronaldo's basically a 4.5-star weak foot. But because we all know Ronaldo's a few players where his weak foot is so strong, it's basically like a 5-star weak foot. If you're talking about a 4-2-3-1, which I think will excel, but you've got too many players in the 4-2-3-1, too many good players, and this is when you're sport for choice, I would still go for the Ben Yedder, and I'd probably put the Neymar in the cam. That would be my personal preference. And then I'll offload Mr. Jota to the wing, and so I'll offload Ronaldo to the wing. This is my personal preference, but of course you can put Ronaldo in striker and Neymar, Ben Yedder. I say Neymar or Ben Yedder in cam as well. Talking about the 4-3-2-1, you can just drop someone out. I would just probably just drop someone. So you can play either one. I'll probably say Ronaldo to striker personally again. Still, I also drop Jota to centre mid. Put him on balance. Same in the 4-1-2-1-2. Now the 4-1-2-1-2, it's the exact same thing. You just have to drop one of them in. I would say it's pretty much self-explanatory. You put Jota in, you drop him to centre mid, and that's pretty much as it is. And finally, what I would say, if you are going to be playing the 3-5-2, which is one formation that I think this will excel in, or the 5-2-1-2, 5-2-1-2, you probably have to drop someone to a wing back. I would say probably drop this guy to a wing back. Oh no, sorry, probably drop Jota, because Jota's really got the stamina. So drop Jota to a wing back in a 5-2-1-2. But I think if you are playing like this, I put Tomiyasu in the middle. And the reason for that, well, you put either one, but I would just prefer Tomiyasu just because he's got the low high work rates and a bit better balance. And that's the way that I'll line up perfectly. Then what I'll do is I'll move Tierney on the side like that. And there you go. You got a power setup. Anyway, that is the 1.5 million coin meta squad. But we're talking about top tier players all around. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, of course. I'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys.